When you start choosing yourself, that's when you get the best love, the best relationship, the best partner, which is weird because so often we are trained and conditioned and programmed to think about loving someone else and choosing someone else to focus all of our affections and attention toward. And we think by trying to show someone else outside of us how much we can love them, that they will in turn love us the same way or reciprocate what we are doing. And oftentimes it's just a projection. If it's not within them to love you the right way, they won't. If they don't see you loving and choosing yourself, they're not going to, because the way that we treat ourselves is how we train and show other people to treat us. Now, the relationship that led me into my deepest hellhole started with my tendency to people please, because I was focused so much on how I could make this man see my worth and my value. And it's not just in romance that we do this, because how we do one thing is how we do everything. You'll find that when you struggle in relationships to get someone to see you, you are often doing the same thing when it comes to career and work. When you have a tendency to people please, that's going to show up in your family dynamics. When have you ever been seriously rewarded for pleasing someone else at your own demise? Think about that. Truly choosing and loving yourself is you projecting to the world how they need to act accordingly when it comes to you. Because when you try to people please people who are generally never really happy and satisfied with anyone and anything else in their life, you become subject to the madness and the chaos and the dissatisfaction that is already taking up residence within them. So they'll never be happy. And I can say in the relationship that I talk about in my series, I was being groomed. I was being groomed to walk on pins and needles and eggshells and to dot every I and cross every T and to make it my job to go above and beyond so he didn't feel like I effed up. And sometimes people will do this when you get involved with them. They'll tell you all these horror stories about the people that they've been involved with before. And it's not just romantic, it's everyone on the job. The coworkers are the problem. Their family is the problem. Their last relationship and their exes were the problem, never them. When someone can never take accountability and responsibility for the part that they play, and now you're trying to people please and show how much you are an exception to their rule, how different you can be, how much better you are than the rest, you have set yourself up to receive the worst kind of treatment because it's based on you doing something. It probably means you're overdoing and overfunctioning. So now you're going to be exhausted in this type of relationship dynamic, which never ends up you feeling worthy and valued and loved in that type of situation when you're constantly a hamster on a wheel trying to reach someone's insatiable thirst for satisfaction, because they're not satisfied individuals within and of themselves. And shouts out to my community, the Love Life Transformation. If you want to have more conversations like this, where you can do the inner work in a supportive environment with other women who are in the same boat, you can also learn more about joining through my link in my bio. But again, I say it's very counterintuitive to think about it this way. But if you want the worst love relationships, just keep focusing on loving somebody else above yourself. If you want the best relationships, no matter what area of life it is, friendship, family, love, work, start choosing, focusing, and loving on yourself more, and you'll end up with better external relationship experiences all around.